Today I'm working on an electric heater. This is 3-phase, 480 volts, and I think our power's on. There's a door switch right here. So let's go ahead and start troubleshooting. We're gonna start with the easiest scenarios first. So I'm going to manually keep this switch engaged, this door switch, just by shoving a card up in there. And then from there, I'm just gonna wait a minute or two and see if it kicks on. Make sure our thermostat is all the way to high. It's been several minutes and nothing's kicked on. Next thing I'm gonna check before I tear everything apart are these fuses that just twist out. And to check these, I'm setting my multimeter to ohms. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this, but for those that don't, we should have continuity across the fuse. Kind of like a wire. Good. And good. Both fuses are good, so let's tear this heater apart. Going to turn off the breaker. Get this filter out of the way. Now I need to remove 4 screws to get this panel to drop down a little bit. Now I need to take this panel off. To do that, I'm going to remove this knob that is just going to get in the way. And this whole panel should now fall. I'm going to reinstall this knob. We'll have to do some live voltage troubleshooting. And I'm going to start with the most simple. Turn it on and make sure the power is right. Guess I can put these fuses back in. I'm going to turn this off while I do that. And I know I say power is off, but you should always double check. For the purpose of troubleshooting, I'm going to remove this door switch, or bypass it, I'm sorry. And this is control voltage, so I'm just gonna fuse it for now. All right, I've got my door switch, turned it into a line. Here's our diagram. Power coming in. 480 volt, 3-phase, and it has 1 transformer that steps down to, looks like 240 for the motor, and then there's another transformer that steps down for our control voltage. S2 is what I just made into a line. That is our door interlock switch. And we have R2, which is our relay for the heater, and R1, which is our relay for the heater. All right, setting the meter to volts, and I'm gonna turn the power on, and I'm gonna check L1 to L2 to L3. $495, $497, $497. So voltage is pretty consistent. Right up there is our low voltage terminal block. I'm gonna check there because that's the easiest. To do that, I am gonna remove this just so my hands aren't up in here with 500 volts so close. And this is not a tutorial or a how-to. If you don't know what you're doing around electricity or don't know what 3-phase 480 is, then you shouldn't be messing around with this kind of stuff. I'm gonna turn the power back off. Just so I have more room to work with my hands. So this side of the disconnect is live. This is 480 volts. Don't want to mess with anything around that. And whenever I've got this disconnect off, whenever I'm troubleshooting or following wires, just get rid of all these zip ties and just make life so much easier. I want to make sure that we have control voltage or 24 volt. First off, because that is our control voltage that opens and closes the contacts and the relays that sends the power to the heat and the fan. And we've got yellow and blue coming from our transformer way over there. $34 volts. That is awfully high, but that's not our issue. Here are our 3 relays. If I trace these wires out, we can see that we have one from right here that goes straight back to the heating relay, 24 volt coil. On the other side, it is piggybacked, and that 24 volt side goes through our door switch right here. Where this one, if we follow these 2 wires, they go right to here, our thermostat. Pretty easy, and this motor relay, fan motor relay, has a delay on it. So there's only 2 things that could be stopping the voltage from getting there. Either we got a bad relay somewhere, which is possible, or this thermostat's bad. I'm gonna start with the thermostat and check that. All right, meter set to voltage. Here's our 2 wires that go to the thermostat. This is a single line break, so this should act like 1 wire. When I test for voltage, let's turn the power on. And I got 34 volts. I should have 0 there. And I've tried turning the thermostat all the way up, all the way down, and nothing. Turn the power back off. What I've got right here is some mag jumpers. I'm pretty sure in my diagnosis that the thermostat's bad. I want to make sure that everything else kicks on though, because I don't want to order a thermostat and then find out that something else is wrong. Now, power is still off. I'm just gonna jump out this thermostat. I'm turning that into a wire, basically, a direct line. Now I'm just gonna turn this on and see what happens. Now remember, that relay way back there has a delay on it. Heard a click, another click. There's our fan, and I can smell the heat. Oh yeah, we're heating now. Now, if I were just to leave this, jump out, this heater would run forever. And ever and ever and ever and ever. So, single line break thermostat is bad, or not calibrated, or something is out of spec. And if I were watching this video, I would be like, well, how do you know the room is just too hot to kick on the thermostat? Yeah, that's possible, but it's less than 60 degrees in here. So that is definitely not gonna be the cause for the thermostat not kicking on. Now, I just help out this property. I don't run this show, but I could tie these wires together, the thermostat, which would bypass that bad thermostat. And down here it says, remove blue jumper between C2 and C3. And this is for external control supply. So I could just put a regular battery operated thermostat up there. Go to this blue wire on this diagram. And on the actual equipment itself, here's our blue jumper that I just pointed out on the diagram. I would just undo one of those terminals, put a low voltage wire into that. We could say the W wire, and I would add the W wire into this loop, mount the thermostat, I don't know, right here. And it should just operate like a normal thermostat after that. It would need batteries, unless I could run a common wire right up there and then run another wire to the red, and it would operate just like a normal household thermostat. But I'll leave that up to the supervisor here. And it really does not matter to me what they decide to do. I hope the filming was clear enough. I know there's not a lot of room up there, and it's not really safe to be sticking your hands in areas like that with that high a voltage if you don't know what you're doing or unsure at all. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep trying to make these troubleshooting videos, but until the next one, I'm Dave. Hope to see you there.